This tutorial demonstrates how to set up and connect your SensorTile board, and Nucleo. The first step is to assemble the four components in the orientation shown. On the left is the Nucleo board, in the middle, the SensorTile. Next, the SensorTile board, and finally, the SWD cable. The next step is to connect the SensorTile to the appropriate place on the SensorTile board. To do this, we first confirm the correct orientation of components by ensuring that the white ST logo on the upper left of the board and the upper right of the tile are facing the same direction. Then we simply pick up the tile and place it in its spot on the board, pressing gently until we hear a slight click. At this point, you may optionally use tape to further secure the tile to the board. Now that our SensorTile board is ready, it's time to prepare the Nucleo board as well. This step simply consists of removing two jumpers from the board. These are the two ST-link jumpers, found here and here. Grasp the jumper firmly, then pull it straight out from the board and set it aside. Repeat this process for the other jumper. A convenient place to store the jumpers for later use is on the lower right corner of the board. Place the jumpers on these pins horizontally so they do not make any connections, but are still available whenever you might need them. Now that both boards have been prepared, it's time to use the SWD cable to connect them. To do this, we first attach it to the SensorTile board, to the pins underneath the SB1 label. You'll notice that there are exactly 5 pins here, corresponding to the 5 wires in the cable. The connection to the Nucleo is slightly less intuitive, since there are 6 pins in the connection area. This means that one will be left open. In our case, that is the pin directly next to the CN4 label. To connect, simply press the cable firmly onto the pins until it slides all the way down. Next, do the same with the pins on the Nucleo board. Finally, confirm that the top pin, next to CN4, is empty. Our final step will be securing the SensorTile board on top of the Nucleo board. You can see that there are rows of female headers on the Nucleo board, and we'll be plugging the pins on the bottom of the SensorTile into these. To do this, just flip the SensorTile board over and insert its pins all the way into the headers on the Nucleo. Now, our setup process is complete, and we are ready to begin working with the SensorTile.